Hello and welcome to round 8 of the URL Sunday Championship. I'm Frowny. I'm covering this one as a replay. This happened a couple of weeks ago. The lads have just wanted the replay done to show off their racing skills. As you can clearly see, we're here now at Nürburgring GP. And as I said, this is round 8. I'll quickly go through, apologies. I forgot to put the info on so we can see who's doing what. And I'll go through this grid. There's no point me giving you any league tables or anything. As I said, the season has actually finished. I'm just doing this as a replay so they can have some comms on their race that they've done. As you can see, you've got PR1 there in pole position. He's decided to start the race on the mediums. It's a good choice. There is a chance of rain at this track with the weather we have set on random for these endurance races, so there could be a bit of rain. We'll have to keep an eye out for the sky to see if there's any dark clouds, but it's bright sunshine at the minute, so it'd be a good dry start to this race. So yeah, PR1 on pole. Tidder's there in second on the mediums also. Itsumi Dan is there third mediums. That's Life in fourth mediums. Sky in fifth mediums. Brownie sixth, first of the soft runners. So we'll keep an eye on him at the start. He's going to be one to put in the 5 guys in front of him under lots of pressure. Sai in seventh on the hards. Brider Mechanic in eighth on the softs. Kenny D ninth on the hards. Willard 10th on the softs. Rossi there in 11th on the mediums. 12th for Phaser on the hard tyres, and Hoggy also on the hard. So we'll keep an eye on these couple down here on the right hand side. You've got Willard, Brider Mechanic, and then Brownie. Them 3 there all on the softs, so they'll be looking for a good start into this race. And let's get it underway and see how we get on. Watch these off. Watch for the lights. 5 red lights. Long hold and they're off. Good start there. We see Brownie pull out. Let's go back a little bit and see if we can keep anything. This first corner is always a bit sketchy with this many people. Till is slightly bouncing over the curb. Itsu Down is in there into third position. That's Life in fourth. So the medium runners are still running. There's Brownie on the softs. Straight off the bat, he'll be looking for inside the corner, up the inside of That's Life. A little bit of a touch on the front wing there. Got all through nice and safe as Tidders and Itsu Down are coming together there. As they come down to the big hairpin. Battle's going on. Brian Mechanic is also putting Scion the difficulty size on the hard tyres, Briar's on the soft tyres. You can see there Sky's right on his tail. He's pulled to the inside, sorry. Is he going to make the move down here? No, not quite. Likewise, Briar's not quite close enough to do anything about Sai in front on them hard tyres. Paul Bale and Tidders still managed to keep second position after the little bit of a battle. Sai slow through Schumacher S's. Brownie with a half-second penalty as well. So there we go, Briar goes through. Get out of that camera so we can watch the rest of the lads. Sky also with a half-second penalty. Quite easy to pick up the penalties round here. If we drop back, you see, as guests as well as such, the hard runners will gradually fall towards the back. Phase with a nice move up through the chicane on Hoggy as they come round to the final corner for lap 1 complete already. I think it's NGK chicane. You see that as Willard, Hoggy all battling. Let's get back up here because I think this is where they go. That's Life and Sai now. So Brownie now into fourth. Oh, that's where he was, wasn't he? My mistake. So Brian Mechanic's the one that's on the push. He's also got past That's Life. That's Life getting a little bit shuffled out by Sai, but I don't think Sai could do too much on them hard tyres. Brownie's deep. He's going to give Brian Mechanic a really nice run out of that corner. Oh, it actually didn't. Maybe it held him up because That's Life just went round the outside of him then. So That's Life on their mediums back up to 5th position. Check the boys in front. PR1 is not checked out completely, but he's got a nice little gap behind him to Itsumi Dan, who has got past Tidders. These two won't want to clash too much. It's a long race. You don't want to give the man in front of you too much of a space for him to relax. As I said, there could be a change in weather later on in this race. Brownie's just coming up round to take his penalty. We'll just go back and watch Brownie. I don't think it's going to drop him too far back. That's Life, and Brian might catch him by the time they get to the chicane. Go back as well. You've got Kenny D, Rossi, Sky. So, too wide through the chicane. Really well done with them three there. Kenny D done really well just to hold his pace with the attacking Sky on their mediums and Rossi also on the mediums. But Kenny D's done really well to get him to stay in 8th position there. Brian Mechanic still putting That's Life under plenty of pressure. Brownie, even with his penalty, he's managed to gap these two again. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Like he hit an invisible bollard or something by the Mechanic. He just stopped dead on the apex. Didn't seem to put That's Life off too much. Big slide there from Side doing really well on them hards now, up to 6th position. Definitely in the mix with everyone else. Brian Mechanic will be looking to try and get past him as quick as he can. He's got the soft tyres on. So good exit again from Sire, even with the hard tyres. Kenwood livery, Audi R8 these boys are running. Audi's not a bad car. It's good. It's not too bad at cornering. I think it lacks a little bit of power up the top end, but as they're all in the same machinery, all's fair in love and war. Brian pulls the outside. Great move by Brian around the outside of side. Can he keep it on there? No, he went slightly wide. Couldn't quite get it stopped. So he's got all of that work to go again. Kenny D in 8th, Sky right up behind him. Obviously the liveries haven't come through for these two lads because they're just stock liveries. So unfortunately I can't I'm about to tell you what car they're in. You can see Rossi just behind these. He's a lovely blue Faulkner car. That's lap 3 done. No one going for the early pit stops. You've got to do at least 3 laps on each tyre. Let's check back in with That's Life and Brownie, see if he's managed to catch back up. So, as you can see, the soft tyres now lap 4. They're starting to get a little bit worn. Nothing major yet. Brownie also with a default livery. His unfortunately also hasn't come through on the replay. See Tidders and Sudan still at it. I think, yeah, they're not losing PR1. He's got a nice gap, but he hasn't completely lost the two behind. It's Sumi Dan with the fastest lap at the minute. You just watch PR1 come up through the Schumacher S's. You've got this big long corner here. I believe it's called Warsteiner Curve. Yeah, Warsteiner Corner. through the little kink, turn 12. Now up to the chicane. Through there, lovely that was. These medium tyres looking nice. So there's PR1 first, Isu Dan Tilly's close together, second and third. Brownie doing well in fourth on his soft tyres, exactly what he needed. That's life, not far behind. Look how fresh their mediums are. Now they're nice and warm as well. So he's going to be loving the grip they're giving him. And you can see as well, just set his fastest lap, 58.9. The first four clear air. You can just get away. What's Brownie doing? Brownie's doing similar lap times, so all keeping the gaps between each other. Excellent job on these hard. Spy's going a bit off again. He's pushing like mad to try and catch back up, but by doing so, I think he's costing himself a couple of places. As you see, Sky there up behind Sai now. Sky and Sai. Just watch this. I think Sky's got a good run out of that corner. Again, his mediums are on it. He's doing a quicker pace than the boys in front as well. 59.6. Yeah, so Sky's definitely running a quicker pace than what Sai is. I've been checking actually the watch to see who's short shifting, who's not short shifting, see if they're trying to save fuel or they're just going to go all out. I've not. Sai goes slightly deep there. Just this is coming up to the Warsteiner curve. That's cost him. That's giving Sky a nice free overtake. Not cost Sky any time at all, and Sai's lost a couple of car lengths. Why the mechanic recoups again on the back of this. You know, for soft tyres, see like PR1 he's done a 58.1. You know, Brian soft should be around, you know, middle 58s, if not about the 58. We've got Kenny D in 9th, Rossi in 10th, Hogg in 11th with half-second penalty, Willard there in 12th. These boys, well, no, something must have happened to Willard because he was on the soft tyres. We haven't seen him really that much, to be fair, at the beginning of this race. He must have been, Brian the mechanic. He's dropped a bollock on turn 1. Damage. And he's going to have phaser on them hard tyres. Trying to chase him down. Unlucky for Brian there. Lovely livery car that is. Great colours, great design there. Really like that livery. Nearly half a second up on that first sector alone phase of this lap. He's seen the carrot in front of him, that is Brian the mechanic. Decided to push. But this is our next little battle we've got here. We'll try and keep an eye on the ones in front as well. You know, there's a couple of packs close together. I think Tidders is also quite close to Dan for second and third. I hope he's going to serve his penalty. Go around Warstone on a curve. So that's going to probably promote. Yep, Hoggy went really wide on that corner as well. That's cost him even more than the half second that he wanted. But that's released Willard to chase down Rossi. Rossi's on the medium tyres, Willard on the softs. Lap 6 now. Sai still out. Again, I don't believe anybody's thinking about, definitely the hard runners won't be thinking about it yet. I don't know what sort of laps they can do on these tyres. Who's quick on the softs? So Brownie there in 4th on the softs. But as you can tell, they've definitely had their moment. They're slightly going now. 2:01 his last lap. The R8's looking very twitchy. And you can can see, look how much more grip that life has. On Brownie, let's go overhead look on this. So that's life trying to square up Brownie. He thought he was going to dummy him. Brownie's late into this. That's life now onto the outside, switching, going to go back, head for the inside. Really good move from That's Life. He's got all the grip, or a little touch there, but plenty of room given. Brownie switches back to the inside. Or he might have put That's Life off, but not. No, he's just pointed the corner off. There's a couple of different lines through that corner there, but really good move from That's Life. Now that his tyres have come alive and got plenty of grip, as you can see, Brownie's starting to struggle. The R8 just keep twitching on him, and he's missing his braking points. So them soft tyres is definitely starting to scream at him. As you see, just them set of corners there. Look how much time That's Life has managed to pull away from Brownie. Sorry, just in them sets of corners. Let's go back up to these two. Again, PR1 is still visible. He might be just nicking a couple of temps here and there each lap. But that's nothing. It could all change. Still clear blue skies as well. Got Tidders and Itsumi Dan. Both again going for different lines through the second corner. Again, both decided not to use that inside curb. It can help you. It's a little bit dangerous because it does seem to kick the car out sometimes. But these boys tend to look like they're staying off most of the curbs. Run it onto that curb. Plenty of power down even on the green Astro. We'll just check the fuel in a second. So you can see there, Tidders just got about a third left. Yeah. Itsumi Dan is definitely eating through his fuel. Maybe that's Tidders' game plan. He's possibly going to jump him in the pits. I'd say both on the medium tyres. Tyres are looking near enough exactly the same. But yeah, Tidders has got plenty more fuel than what Dan has. Same as PR1. He's doing really well with his fuel also. Both of them two have got more than Dan have through that horrible chicane. You see there, just as we flick back there, and Tidders had a big old bounce off the curb. That's Life into fourth. As I said, nice clear air behind him now. Just concentrate, get some laps in. Oh, we've missed it. I think Brownie's gone. He must have. Let me see where he is. Sorry. So he did pit. I apologise. I missed that. So I thought Brownie might have lost it, but as we see, them soft tyres have had it. They weren't doing him any favours staying out on there. So that has promoted Sky up to fifth, running the medium tyres. Size of first of the hard runners, all race he's done really well. Rossi just going up the inside of Kenny D, or them two having a battle. So I'm not sure which one's attacking who, just in the background. Oh, size slightly wide, done well just to not lose the back end on that part of the Astro. It's really slippy out there, as you can see. Then just trying to get the power down, and the back end is kicking at him. Then we've got Kenny D, second of the hard runners. So these two have done really well. 6th and 7th on the hard tyres is really good going. Rossi there in 8th. On the mediums, really nice livery. I like that livery as well, nice and bright. Looks a bit like a spearmint at the back. Oh, Rossi doing really well. Willard there in 9th. He's doing Excellent job and keeping going with them softs. He's up to lap 9 now. So he's running a lot longer than what Brownie managed to run on the softs. As you go back, Hoggy there 10th on them hard tyres. As you see, yeah, it's Sumi Dan is now into the pits. He's had enough of their medium, so I wonder what his game plan is. He's got this down to fuel in it. He's gone lap 9, so maybe 9 mediums, 9 hards. You know, what's that? Not 18, so it'd be 8 on the softs, which we can see has been doable. As you see, Sai and Kenny D both into the pits, Willard into the pits, Hoggy into the pits. And you can see though Kenny D's got a nice chunk of fuel extra on those around him, so he could jump Sai here in the pits. We'll see what tyres Sumi Dan comes out on as well. Probably going to go full tank. I'm guessing hards lads might be changing to mediums. He's back out. Yeah, onto them hard tyres. I think Kenny D might jump Sai in this pit stop. He had a lot better fuel. Yeah, Kenny D is on his way out. Sai's on his way out. So he has done well done to Kenny D. Good bit of fuel saving on his first stint. Is giving him some time. Oh, who's got a penalty? Oh, I just saw someone go past with a penalty. I thought it was a pit lane penalty then. But no. So, and there's Brownie in 9th. So we did lose a big chunk of time them last couple of laps. You see there on the right hand side, lap 7 he had a 2:27, lap 8 a 2:36, which I'm guessing was his pit. So yeah, he had all sorts of trouble going on, I believe, before he come out, or even maybe his first lap out on the hards. By the mechanic we see earlier on, he's recovered nicely. He's onto them hard tyres. He could bit of fuel saving. He can take himself all the way through. As I said, maybe lap 18, maybe lap 19. Leave himself just a nice soft stint at the end. Got Willard and Hoggy both out of the battle. Hoggy now on them soft tyres, Willard on the mediums. So both of these two are going to want to attack the couple of cars that are in front of him. Did see that's life change to his medium tyres. Sky's also in, pitting for their mediums. I think Itsumi Dan's going to be well past them too by the time they come out of the pits, depending on how well he's done on these hards. We haven't seen him make any mistakes as of yet on these hards. It does take a good couple of laps to get them up temperature. Yeah, Dan goes down there into the first corner. Oh, Sky slightly underfilled. Only fractions, but he's come out. He's come out in front of That's Life. Really good pit stop there for Sky. Switching to the soft tyres for his middle stint. That's Life also switching to the soft tyres for the middle stint. Both of these were on the mediums. So Kenny D just needs to keep the pressure up. I think he's got nice warm mediums, as we've seen them. Softs are only going to last them decent amount. Lap 6 maybe, lap 7. PR1's now pitting. Yeah, Tidis is also coming into the pits. Both of them exactly the same amount of fuel. So we'll just go back, watch these two quickly before we go back. Big hackle of cars there. Brownie on the hards is getting caught by Hoggy on the softs. Brian the mechanic is on the hards, who's also been caught. Willard just behind these on the mediums. So Hoggy there making really good ground through the pack on these soft tyres. The others are on hards around him. Nearly side by side going through the Schumacher S's. Hoggy just lifted a little bit earlier just to give himself some space, but he's pushing loads of pressure onto Brownie as he goes. Really well done, great move there from Hoggy around the outside. Let's go back to where we were. So Sumi Dan's coming just down pitch straight. PR1's out. Oh, it's going to be close. I think Tidders might have jumped him. As I said before, he had a bit of extra fuel. He's gone that extra laps on their medium tyres. So he's jumped him by a big amount there, Tidders. Really good last couple of in laps into the pits whilst Dan was running on them hard tyres. So good strategy there from Tidders. Again, you can see PR1 just up in front of him, still within sort of seeing distance. No dark skies yet either, so definitely no rain on the radar. So Sky there in fourth on the softs. As I said, he managed to jump that fly also in the pits. Yeah, 2:15, and then they're out laps. That's life. It's getting closer and closer. I just set purple as well. Purple sectors. So that's life on them softs. He's definitely pushing. We've got a couple of groups here. Kenny D and Cy both running the medium tyres. And this is where we were looking before. So Hoggy's got past the pack and he's bolted now, isn't he? In 8th position. Willard on them mediums behind him. He's also got past the two hard runners of Rossi and Brighton Mechanic. Brownie on the hards, kicking up a big chunk of the kitty litter. Phaser there in 13th. Let's get back to our battles up here. That's life with a big old look down the inside. Wasn't quite close enough. Sky's a little bit loose on the exit. Again, both on the soft tyres. It's just out and out pace. That's life's got slightly a bit more fuel, but nothing to make any change. Sky got a great exit out of that corner through the first set of chicanes. These two battling for 4th and 5th. Oh, sorry. It's halfway through the race now. Check see if Dan's made any progress onto the back of Tidders. Again, Tidders with much better fuel than what Dan has. We saw obviously Dan did come in a couple of laps earlier than Tidders, so it is expected. So it'll be their last stint that they run onto the softs. We'll see how well they can get on. PR1 is not a million miles away from these. He's there. He's just edged, isn't he? As I said, he's just edged further and further, little bit by little bit. Till it's getting a little bit squirrely coming out of the last corner. It is quite a tricky corner, to be fair. It does catch a lot of people out, including myself. Do like Tiddy's livery as well. That's really good. Like the lettering down the sides. The Audi definitely looks nice in the with some bright colours. Great livery there on the Sumi Dan. Men's Minds Matter. Totally agree with you, mate. 100%. Let's see. That's life all over the back end of Sky. Oh, he's gone for it. He's thinking about it. That's life. Sky kind of left the door open a little bit for him there. I think maybe the pressure's just made him go slightly deeper. Yeah, that's it. That's life is through. It back into his fourth position again. Really good racing from That's Life. We've seen him do a couple of good really overtakes. A couple of really good overtakes. Go back down through the field, all spreading out now, as you do with the endurances. You get people doing different strategies, some fuel saving, some not, some on good tyres, some on worn tyres. Hoggy, as we saw earlier, obviously broken away now from this pack behind. Willard on them mediums. Brian the Mechanic, Rossi, Brownie, and Phaser at the back. Let's go on I pick like a little onboard, don't you? Let's go, yeah, let's go that one. See what we can do an onboard now with PR1. Put him under some pressure as he's out in front. 100 bore, down to first gear. Early on the accelerator. Short shifting from second to third and then back to second again, just to help with the rotation of the car. And short shifted. Down first, kept it nice entry and exit of that corner, opened it up nice and wide so you can get on the power nice and early. It's only quarter shifting, so PR1's definitely looking at his fuel as a reason why. A little bit more juice this time down this nice long straight. He's coming into the hairpin. Getting down to second. A bit more juice now going up the hill. Fourth gear, little lift just through Schumacher S. I think it's needed in most Group 3 cars. Slightly wider the apex, but he seems to carry his speed lovely. Second gear, that's an important corner, that Warsteiner corner. Obviously whatever exit speed you get carries all the way down this big long straight up to the chicane. Goes down into first, over the second. Little touchdown into first again just to help the car. Oh, nothing too crazy, but yeah, the car just letting him know he's losing grip. Again, that's as quick as that lap goes, just like that. But yeah, really nice lap there from PR1. Oh, there's been an issue. Have I got enough time to go back and find out what's going on? So he picked up half a second penalty somewhere. Assuming Dan has. He's had a moment. I think he might have. No, it's just really slow through there on their mediums. That's Life is on the softs, to be fair. Yeah, Dan took a wider line. That's Life got a nice inside line. That's Life in out. I think it might just be a bit of lag. Again, Dan not really putting too much of a fight up into that corner. Definitely on the exit is. He got a great exit through that first corner. Round here, That's Life hopefully has a bit of grip with them soft tyres. Not quite enough, so he had to let Dan go back in front of him again. Bit of a slide there from That's Life, but as long as he stays close enough to Dan when he serves his penalty, he will jump into the third step of the podium with a brilliant chance at the last. Albeit that though Dan does have to run the soft tyres still. Oh, big shunt from That's Life. Just outbroke himself, I think, there. Well done for waiting, That's Life. Great sportsmanship. Flash of lights just to apologise to Dan. I think he just missed his braking point and went in a bit too hot. He'd be kicking himself because he was really close to him then as well. And as we see the Dan, he's got service penalty. Sky, Kenny D and Sai are all close behind. Where's Dan's penalty served? Is he going to let him go yet? Yeah, he had no choice. That's Life had the momentum. Although That's Life tyres are going to start hurting soon, as we've seen. We see with the other soft runners after sort of lap 7, they don't really like it. Sky there. Kenny D now, his mediums are nice and fresh compared to Sky's softs. We see the gap open up when they come out of the pits. Kenny D thinking about it. He has done. He's gone to the inside, down into turn 1. Great move there from Kenny D. Sky's not giving it up. He's just got his nose on the inside. Kenny D can't quite shut the door. He has done now. Really good. So next to be on the charge is Sai. Again, he's on nice mediums. A lot more grip than what Sky has in front of him. But Sky manages to keep a nice blue visor there, Sai. I like that. Sorry. Yeah, if Sky can keep in Kenny D's slipstream, it will give him a bit more speed to maybe defend against Sai behind him. All the lads behind, but again, as I said, they're all kind of spaced out a little bit now. As we're just running, we're up to lap 17. A couple more laps and we'll see how they're doing. 23 left. As I said, Sky's well in the slipstream. I'll switch to the ones in front. Did Sky get a better run or not? Not quite. Slipstream did definitely help him defend. He's gone slightly wide. He's pulled it back though, but that's given Sai the opportunity to go up the inside now. So, carbon copy move of what Kenny D done the lap beforehand. Can Sai make it stick also? Brake lights both on at the same time. Oh, big jump down the curb there from Sai, but he managed to land that. Audi done really well over that jump. Over that, I say jump, it does make the car jump. It's such a dip. Yeah, Sai handled that lovely and now put himself into 6th place. He should pull away now from Sky. As you can see just in front, Sumi down on them hard tyres. He shouldn't be panicking too much, I would think. He knows he's got the softs to run. I think you can probably, it would depend how much you can look at the graph on the left when you're actually driving to see what people are coming out on. It only just flashes up briefly, but he would be able to tell by their speed what tyres roughly people are on. He knows he's on the slowest tyre. And still got the softest tyre to use yet. Kenny D though also has the softs to run. Sai has the softs to run. Sky is already on his softs. I believe he started on mediums. So it'd be about managing them mediums for whatever laps Them tyres are not looking too healthy though. He's lapping 2 minutes is his last lap. Someone's into the pits there. I believe that's Sai. Yeah, Sai into the pits, run out of fuel. Hoggy possibly into the pits as well, also this lap. Yes, he is. So he's run his soft tyres also now. As I said, so you're looking 9 laps for a full tank flat out. I think Tidders and PR1 doing a little bit more on their tank than the others. We saw PR1 on that lap that was definitely short shifting around halfway as an average, I think, depending on what part of the track he was on. As you can see, Kenny D's got a good couple of laps left. Same fuel as what Isumi Dan has. So Kenny D's doing really well. Lap times are looking lovely as well, all in the 59s there on these medium tyres. Sai's on his way out of the pits now. Kenny D, nice tight line. Dan, big tail whip. Kenny D, there's no really to pass going through Schumacher S's unless you're already alongside. So smart move by Kenny, just manages to drop back a touch, live the fight on another corner. That's life. He has pulled a gap. Again, Dan going defensive up into the chicane, then pulls back across in front of Kenny D. So PR1 is in. Still got 30% of his fuel there. Kenny D's in, Dan's in. So both of these are pulling the pin. I think That's Life is also coming in. All about the same mark. Tidder's out on his hards. I don't think you're going to want to do too many more laps on them hards. Because you know that obviously PR1's going to be coming out on his soft tyres. Dan's also going to be coming out on softs. So he's going to be doing a quick out lap for Dan and That's Life. Compared to maybe a hard lap that Tidders is doing. Gone a little bit foggy now. Still no rain yet. I think it's just the sun's gone down. Fog's starting to settle in. So PR1 back out on them soft tyres for his last stint, last 6 laps of the race. Or 7 laps, sorry, include this lap. That's Life out on the hards. Dan out on the softs. Sky managed to jump Kenny D in the pits as well. The Sky out on the hards. Kenny D out on his softs. Got loads of fuel Kenny D has. Which I think that, well, hopefully he should be fine. I think he might have overfueled slightly compared to what Dan has done, and definitely to what Sky has done. As before they went into the pits, Kenny was right up the backside of Itsumi Dan. Kenny D straight away, he needs to get past Sky. He's on the hard tyres. Nice switch back off this corner. Should get good acceleration, which he has done. Pull to the inside. Sky's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to take the outside line. But with the soft tyres, Kenny D should take this easily, which he has done. Tidders is now into the pits. Let's go back, just quickly see Size onto the soft. Hoggy's on his mediums now, final stint. Phaser there yet to pit. Willard is switched now, he's onto his hards. Rossi onto the softs, so we'll keep an eye on them as well. Brian the Mechanic on the mediums, we know they do quite well. The switch over position between softs and mediums. Brownie down there in 13th at the minute. Also finished and onto his last stint. So let's see how we could do. That's Life. Great pits, but he hasn't got much fuel. He's cutting this fine compared to the others. If you've got 9 laps for full tank, He probably did need, maybe he might be okay. He need about a third, 2/3 to do obviously 6 laps if a full tank does 9. So he's not far off. I think Dan's going to be on the charge though, and he's got the soft tyres going. He's going to be on a charge. See the grip difference there between the two tyre compounds. I'm about too hard because Kenny D's also on the softs, not too far behind. Likewise, doesn't want That's Life to hold him up for too long either. Sumi down, going for the outside, switching to the inside. Again, really good drive off of that corner. Is That's Life going to defend? No, Dan wasn't quite close enough. Outside to inside for That's Life. Dan kept it really nice and narrow, following all the curve all the way around. As I said earlier, there's plenty of different lines you can take through there. Tidders did come out in second. As you see, PR1's well off up in the distance, just gone through the last chicane, coming up to the last corner now. As we see Dan just go past. Oh, you mother judder. Sorry. Let's get back forward. This is where we were. Sorry, my bad. Didn't want to swear either. Yeah, this is where we were roughly see before, wasn't it? Get off that as well. Don't need to be looking at that. I think it was coming up through this set of corners where we just caught a glimpse of Dan overtaking That's Life. Again, good corner. Yeah, you hear that tire squeal. That's Life. Just couldn't quite hold the inside line with them hard tyres, giving Dan the opportunity to go around the outside of him. So Dan will be happy there that he's managed to get past That's Life fairly quickly. A little mistake from That's Life on them hard tyres. Now he's going to have to deal with Kenny D chasing from behind, also on the soft tyres. Sky on the hards. I think he's also got the same problem. He's going to have Sai chasing him down. Oh, Sky's come into. Has he put the wrong tyres on? Oh, I'm not sure what's happened there. I think Sky might have put the wrong tyres on. Hards. What did he start? Oh no, he did. He started on. Last stint he was on softs. Yeah, he did. He started on medium. No, he must have started on hards. And maybe I've missed something, but I think there's no reason why he would. Yeah, he did. I think he's put the wrong tyre on. No fuel, straight onto softs. So that's cost him now a couple of positions. Clear air behind him, but he's lost the position there to Hoggy on his mediums. He'll be happy with his position at the minute. I think he started the race down towards the back of the qualifying pack. So really good race there from Hoggy in 7th position. I think everybody is switched out. Let's go back. We've got a couple of battles going on down the bottom here. Willard on his hards, Rossi on the softs, Brian Mechanic on the mediums. I did say the mediums will definitely overlap the softs at some point in grip levels. But Rossi with his quickest lap on the last lap there, albeit obviously he's been on the softs the first time he's on the softs, so it would be his quickest lap. But really good times there from Rossi. Front four all equal. Well, sorry, second, third, fourth, and fifth are all kind of equal distance between each other now. Willard's made a mistake. That's giving Brian Rossi, Brian, the the opportunity. So Rossi's through. Ryder Mechanics now looking to go at Willard's from them hard tyres. Same place I think that it happened to That's Life when Dan went past him. Couldn't quite get the car turned in. Which way the wind? I know that makes a big difference. Yep, so they've got tailwind all the way up through the centre S and then up to that Wallsteiner corner, or the one before it, sorry. So maybe that's why we're seeing these slightly outbrake themselves. They've got a bit of extra boost from that wind, so maybe just need to check up on their brake marker. Just brake a car length or two beforehand, especially the hard runners. They're not quite able to stop the car. Brian Mechanic harassing Willard now. Willard with a nice run out through the chicane. See is he gonna go for the inside down into this corner? He's nearly alongside, not quite close enough. Willard did go to defend as well, took the inside line. Ryder Mechanic looking to double back on himself, maybe get him at the top of this hill after the Schumacher S. We'll see what happens, see if Willard's listened to the commentary and checked up on his braking. Ryder's going slightly wide. He's done well though. Really good move there from Ryder Mechanic round the outside of Willard. Just touching the kitty litter with his rear right tyre, but hasn't lost him any time. Didn't unsettle this R8. Oh, excuse me. Let's go back. This was our running, so I think Willard's now going to mediums. How far is Rossi? Rossi's just in front of Bryce, so we'll keep an eye on that over these last couple of laps. And we'll go back out. I think we're all spread out now, aren't they? Towards the front. That's Life on them hard sides, slowly catching him. You see Kenny B. He's up into 4th position. Again, really good race of Kenny D. I think he also started towards the back on the qualifying. So I'll be happy. Yeah, side right on the back of That's Life. Is the grip levels between the two, big twitch there on them hard tyres. Going to change direction. Like I said, the wind's pushing him that way as well. Well held round the Wallsteiner corner. Turning I think it's 11 and 12, I believe. Being off out side took that so much more aggressively than That's Life did. Big twitch from side. He's pushing. His softs are going to start giving him a little bit of hassle, but he's. I think even at this point they should be slightly quicker than what the hard tyres are. But That's Life is doing a fantastic job of defending. Sai again, just dipping over the little dip on turn 1. As you can see, them soft tyres are just struggling just to get that initial bite in again. If he lines up That's Life, he might be able to pull off an overtake here, but That's Life is defending really well. Lap 25 or 26. Yeah, both got enough fuel. not quite close enough. I think this is I think this is possibly lap 7 on these soft tyres for Si, which seems to be where they definitely start losing lap times. He was in the 58s before, then a 59.5. I think it showed he was 1.5 seconds slower. So he's looking at a 59.5 again this lap. That's Life is doing 59.8. So there is not much time between the two. Oh, bit of a chunk there from That's Life though. That's giving Si the opportunity to go up the inside. Oh, half a second penalty. Oh, maybe the bubble from That's Life put Si off slightly, and he cut the chicane. But it's going to be an interesting finish for these two. Sorry. Let's just check all of these boys in front. Yeah, PR1, no problem, doing fine. 56.5 is quickest lap. That is a super quick lap. Super quick. It's the only one he's got down in that time frame as well. Everything else on these softs has been around the 57, middle 57, and then a 58 as the tyres are burnt off. So he done a super quick lap and pulled out a good chunk of time. Tidders on his softs all doing in the 58s. Dan also in the 57 and 58s. Again on these soft tyres. I will go. I'll try and see if I can keep any because it's got a big group here. So Brian Rossi 9th, Brian Mechanic 10th, Willard 11th, Brown and Fraser at the back there. But we'll watch PR1 come around the final corner to take the race victory. Well done, PR1. Flawless victory. Good race from Tidders. That first stint, I think, set him up with the fuel saving. Got him so he jumped down in the pits. I think Dan had a moment coming out of the pits that just cost him phases over the line. So yeah, Tidders there in second. Dan coming around in third position, followed there by Kenny D. So Kenny just missed out on the podium, done really good job though, good finish there in fourth. Si manages to keep his position in front of That's Life after his half a second penalty. It's close though, it's close. I don't know, they finished yet, fifth and sixth. Si and Hoggy, so Si did catch up to Hoggy. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. Hoggy did catch up to Si. So 7 and 8 for these two. This is where the battle was. Brian Mechanics dropped to 11th. So something happened there. But as we see, Rossi's coming around in 9th position. Good finish for Rossi. I think Brian Mechanic might have had a moment or something happened because he was in the middle of these. So Rossi there in 9th. Willard in 10th. Good race, Willard. Brian Mechanic coming home in 11th. And Brownie there coming home in 12th position. Well, good race, everyone. It's nice to do comms just as a one-off. And yeah, congratulations there to PR1 on the race victory. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been okay. It's been a little while since I've done anything. So, but yeah, really good race, lads. And congratulations again to PR1 on the win. Tidders on the second, and Itsumi down on the third position. Thank you very much. Hope to catch you again at some point. Take care.